Welcome to the Steady Mobbing Podcast. I am your host, Black Mob, having the conversations with people you can't talk to and saying things you can't say or you wish to say. Today is a chill episode, one of many chilling episodes. Not a big itinerary, but we'll make it happen. Snacks pulled up again. Snacks always here. Snacks, what's up?
You know what's up. You decided to do a podcast in the middle of a motherfucking snowstorm.
It's okay. It's okay because the best stories are done during these times of year, during years. Like seriously, when it's snowing,
Yeah.
And you're trapped inside.
yeah, best stories come
I
out.
better be able to get some fucking food after this.
Little body count.
And to his what is it? His right or left? His right.
All right.
We have MLNY.
Actually, he couldn't arrive yet, but we have Yasin Drake, the Bohemian Bucket, here, standing in his place for the meantime.
Yo, how'd you come up with that? The name Yasin Drake.
Well, it's pretty simple. So a little earlier last year, Yasin Bey, who is better known as Mos Def, went on record in an interview saying that Drake made shopping music. Drake got offended and commented on a post made by We Love Hip Hop calling him a Bohemian Bucket.
Oh.
And that's pretty much the story.
Do you know what a bucket is typically?
A junkie.
Yo, you posted a video the other day. I remember I saw you at Union Station, and
She was a Bohemian Bucket.
so check this out. Yo, this guy posted the craziest story. He's at Union Station, and it was some African guy comes up to him and he's like, "Yo, can I get some money?"
No, yeah. So he came up, he asked for some money. I said no, respectfully.
And then all of a sudden he's like, "Yo, can I suck your dick?"
Hey, yo.
And I was like, no. He's like, you don't have to pay me. And then I pulled up my camera and started filming. And I was like, nah.
My nigga. What
And-
the fuck?
And and they ran away once I started filming. And he must have really wanted to suck my dick though. Like he must have been super into it because he came back once the camera was rolling minutes after and decided to re-engage in conversation. So that's where we got like the real meat and potatoes pause.
Whoa.
That sounds horrible for this
Did you
conversation.
think?
Yo, let's just pause this whole shit, my nigga. Like, yo, that was crazy.
Yeah,
Shout out to Union Station. Anybody looking to lose their virginity, I highly advise you go there at 3 p.m. on a weekday.
on a weekday.
Hey, yo. That was a nefarious act of adultery.
Did you ever see that guy again?
I have not.
You haven't, eh?
I don't think you want to see him again.
I would like to know if he's dead or alive.
Probably dead.
I wouldn't give a fuck.
He's probably dead.
Stay your ass where you at.
When you live your life as a bucket, sometimes you have a little bit of humanitarian for them.
Yo, it's getting crazy out there in dicey in Toronto. I'm not
It's
gonna
an
front.
evil world we live in.
It's getting dicey. Yo, they just let out top 5 out again. Top 5 just got out. He's out last night actually.
Well, okay.
Dude,
Freedom and them.
He was like they let him out on Valentine's. Why do you think that is?
Because the government loves seeing people kill each other.
That's crazy. Yo, why is Donald Trump saying he wants to become the 51st country or state? Like, what's going on?
You asking the raw motherfucker.
But you're an American. You're the American resident here today.
I don't know what the fuck wrong with that nigga, man.
Did you?
He got some. That nigga got some shit with him.
Do you see Canada becoming a 51st state?
We all know we don't see Canada becoming a 51st anything. I don't even think Canada need to. I don't think that needs to happen.
No.
Nah, we good.
It's crazy. Do you have any family members who are like, that sounds like a great idea?
Hell no. My family members think Donald Trump is a fucking lunatic.
You can vote. You could have voted in the last election, right?
I'm gonna be honest. It wouldn't have mattered who voted for who, because at the end of the day, they already picked the winner.
Yeah, Donald Trump, of course.
You understand?
Yeah, sure. So what's good with you, man? What's new?
I mean, every day is agony when all you can do is breathe in your own carbon monoxide within the restraints of a plastic barrel on your head. But aside from that, I'm doing quite lovely.
How's music?
It's all right, man. That's enough. Hey, what's up?
What up?
Hey, Maloney decided to join.
Yeah.
Let's go, guys. Hey, long time no see, bro. How you been?
What's the word?
Hey, Snacks, my man. Yo, what's good?
Tell me.
I mean, shit. I was just like in the shower, and then I appeared here. It's kind of crazy. How that
Holy,
happens, isn't it?
you're
You R2B2.
yo, you are dedicated to the character. I love it. Let's do it.
I would have liked to do the whole in it, but I mean the whole like talking to your throat like you got fucking lung cancer or fucking throat cancer or whatever. It's like I'm not ready for that yet. Yeah, I'm not ready for that yet.
Yo, why is like yo? Can I ask you like why all these guys are making money, off of hip hop and some people aren't?
That's fuck. We're gonna start there.
Some people understand the business, and then some people don't understand the business, and then there's some people who do understand the business but don't want to be a part of the business because the actual music business ain't really making nobody money.
And then there's also a submarket from that last point he made, because that pretty much covers everyone. But then there's artists who don't want to be a part of that business but learn how to create their own business out of it.
Okay,
and he literally just finished my whole point.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that was fine.
Okay, so an artist makes money off of their craft. In what ways?
It's not always the craft, it's what you surround it with. Like, I mean, mind you, be goddamn right, I'm gonna sell this bucket one day.
For sure.
What people gotta understand is your music is in terms of marketing for whatever things you attach to it. So for instance, right?
Facts.
I'll give it to you like this. If I drop a record and my record got 100,000 views on YouTube, but I'm wearing a special kind of hoodie that was created in my shit, you feel me? Now I just use my music as a means of marketing to drive it to the people that wants to buy that hoodie. So you got to understand when it, like, music is creative, right? But sometimes the creative and the business don't really mesh well. There's not a lot of people that can see both sides of the, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you got somebody that can see that, they can show you how to streamline that shit. You feel me?
So that's one way of making money.
Oh, there's merch, there's shows, but you know.
But like how often? Like so the reason what I'm trying to get at is like the show, touring.
Sorry,
what's like so like I always harping back to Classified. This guy on every year like clockwork is going on a 30-city tour.
I mean, traditionally that's where the money is, right? Because artists traditionally didn't make money off of the music. The labels made the money. So
right. I mean, why can't the guys
the Chitlin
today,
circuit was your only way to
right? Well, why can't you follow the same?
You can if you want.
You can. Just a lot of people. I'm gonna be honest, bro.
A lot of people are lazy.
A lot of people are lazy as fuck. Exactly.
Facts.
A lot of people are lazy.
If somebody presented to you guys I'm gonna ask you guys each question. You guys, whoever can answer it, go
you
first.
You can answer first, though. I'll let you answer first.
If you can go on a 30-city tour, do you have the mental capacity to do that? Yes or no?
Mental capacity? Yeah. I mean, I love meeting new women. It sounds. I mean, I also don't mind gas station food. Mm-hmm. I sleep on the couch when I do sleep already. So, I mean, being a bucket for 30 years has trained me very well to be on the road.
Yeah.
Yo, that was funny as a bitch. Me personally, listen, I come from the worst conditions. I slept in trap houses. You feel me? I've been up all night. You know what I'm saying? In the worst type. All my niggas, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what's up. But I've dealt with way worse shit. So being on the road for 30 days, a 30-day tour, that shit ain't nothing. Bro.
Yeah.
So what's holding back artists today?
Well, the thing is, us as artists, we're not booking agents. So if you want us to take on the role of, as an artist today, you already have to play the role. Like even to his, about the business, like you have to basically be a creative director of figuring out how to attach a business that is not your music to be profitable. Yeah. So on top of that, running all your social medias, being your own publicist, everything else you got to goddamn do. When do artists have time to be a fucking booking agent?
Message.
Unless you're one of the few who turned booking agent into their act as a rapper, which I mean, God bless them.
But see, and this is why, just to add on to your point, this is why the people that you have around you are very important.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be around me, you gotta do something.
You gotta contribute.
I'm already doing all of this shit. Like my job as an artist. Considering the fact that I ain't even where I want to be at as of yet,
Facts.
I got to take on all these motherfucking hats. Listen, bro, wear this hat because I got mad shit on my plate. Like, you got to do something, son. Mm-hmm. So the people around you have to, you know what I'm saying, have to play a certain type of role so that shit, you know what I'm saying, because everything can't just fall on me. Because at the end of the day, if I win, everybody going to benefit, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
that's the thing, right?
If I win and everybody gonna benefit, that means everybody around me gotta put their work in, so that way you can, you know what I'm saying, you can get your keep.
Well, what you say too is very key, because you get a lot of people around you who believe in you. They believe in you enough that they actually think you're gonna go somewhere. So they like to sit around and hang around, but they still don't want to put any fucking work in. Exactly.
Hang around for what?
Exactly.
Nigga, this we-
Exactly.
we
Yo,
got
I've been down since day one. It's like, yo, bro, you've been down since day one, not doing a fucking thing. Peace. You know? I had to cut a lot of people out of my circle for that same reason. Because those people are the worst, because they start to feel entitled to shit that they ain't give you no help in earning. You know?
What do you consider a good yearly income for an artist?
It depends, man. It depends if you're talking just like, all right, so like, who's dude? Just the two of us. Bill Withers. One thing I admire about Bill Withers is he got put on, like, I think his first hit, he was like 30, late 30s, early 40s. He lived in Michigan. He worked at one of the car factories. And the label, I think it was Motown, they continuously were like, okay, you got to hit record. You got to hit the road. He's like, nah, I'm good. And they're like, why? He's like, because I have a stable job at a car factory I will be living off this till I die. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going to happen if I jump headfirst in the music industry. But I can tell you this, if I stay at my job, the rest of my life is going to be all right. So, if I got some hit records on the side, even better. So Bill Withers, I don't know if the guy ever toured in his whole career. But that man, he made what he, you know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like, they say every millionaire has at least 10 revenue streams, right? So like me, my goal is like, I'm not above working an everyday job. Just as long as 8 of my revenue streams are music out of the 10, cool.
Now me on the flip side, I'm a little bit of an extremist.
Okay.
So if I got a hit record, I'm going for broke, because I already know in my mind, with this hit record is going to come a tour. With this tour is going to come merch sales. With merch sales is going to come other business ventures that's going to help me build into those different business ventures. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I understand his point. You feel me? And then now I'm like on the other side with it. I'm the type of motherfucker, listen, jobs is going to be here. You feel me? God forbid anything go left. I can just take my ass right back to a job. I'm not tripping,
True.
but like at the same time,
it depends, right? That does depend, but yeah. If you got like that depends. Some people get career jobs that you might not. Circumstances. That is a tough decision.
But also to go back to the original question, I think and this is something that I tell people: if you gonna get in here, aim for 1,000 fans.
Yep.
And now, you know what? Let me change that, because 1,000 supporters
that will spend with you.
Because if you have 1,000 supporters that will spend with you, if you play it right, you could make 100,000 in a year easy.
Good. You
feel me?
And even to speak on his point, what you're saying actually is much more the lineage of where I'm at too. Like, that's the type of person I am. Yeah. I'm a full investment type of person. But just speaking kind of to the way the question was worded, I was saying, like, it's a question that kind of it navigates to the person you ask. Each person's equation of that is going to be much different, right? It's like the definition of success to everybody is different, right? But I think as an artist, as long as you got to make enough to live. That's bottom line. That's it. If you're not doing that, like if you're rapping on the corner of offering blowjobs to people for change and rapping, you can't be doing that.
True.
You know what I mean? So it's a hard thing, right? But
you rapping the wrong thing.
You're gonna end up in a skit video with the bucket,
So why, like, that's why optically speaking are like acts like Linus Core getting bigger buzz than people who actually could rap?
I never even heard of that motherfucker.
You never heard of Linus Core? You know who Linus Core is.
Lloyd Banks of Canada.
Lloyd Banks of Canada.
Oh, that's how you pronounce that?
Linus,
here's the thing, right?
Lloyd Banks of Canada.
No, but listen.
People like garbage, bro.
No, hold on. And what I'm not going to do is, because at the end of the day, this is how could I,
political snacks coming out.
Nah, it ain't even political. I'm just being honest, bro. Like, there's a business side of things and there's an artistic side of things. You might not like the autistic. Part of it.
Autistic or artistic?
Artistic.
I know what. Thank you for clearing that up.
You know, Mom, I still, you know what I'm saying? My fault, my dialect is a little bit off.
I'm just fucking with you.
I know. But like,
just to say,
you might not like the autistic side of shit,
Yeah.
but you understand the business side of things. And people might like the artistic thing, but the business don't be correct. You understand? So it's like, my thing is, and this is where I had to pull myself, pause, but I had to like check myself with a lot of the shit that's going on in the industry. I might not like things artistically, but I gotta respect it because at the end of the day, they doing something right.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? And
So what is she doing right?
the business is being handled. Think about it.
I mean, what's she doing right? People,
she has a great team behind her.
People would rather.
You feel me?
This is the thing. You know, there's a car crash.
Shout
You're
out
on the
the Linus
highway,
car
right?
too. You know what
and
I'm
it's
saying?
on, like, let's say, you know, the highway going eastbound.
We talking about it on the podcast, my nigga. If we, I'm not even to cut you off, bro.
No, all good.
But if you were able to mention her on the podcast, she's doing something
Came
right.
across your radar.
She
Yeah,
came
yeah.
across your right. So I'm at the point now. I'm not here to bash or badmouth anybody because I don't know what the fuck motherfuckers be having going on in the back. I don't know what people
That's
had
true
to go
too.
through.
You never know. You never
You know
know.
what I'm saying?
You never know who you're gonna have to shake hands with in business with. That
it's
might
true
be
that.
invested in somebody.
Not even that. I'm just on some
They're
human shit, bro. On some human shit, bro.
And and that's where I beg to differ because like I speak to like a lot of the. I'm not going to name the blogs, but the blogs I was talking to, you already probably know who they are. Told
Six
me
Buzz?
No, told me that I'm not going to say. I'm not going to name.
I know you're not. I was just.
They told me they get paid by her people, so they pay her. They pay them.
So you just answered your own question, and you knew the answer to your question before you decided to say something.
But I wanted to see your answer.
So that's
But you knew what my answer was going to be before you
Not
asked.
that's the
necessarily.
recipe and the
Not
formula
necessarily.
then though, right? So it's
know.
like, you know, people will invest in trash. So it's not even so much us. It's the fact that, and it goes to exactly what Snacks is saying, is people see a business opportunity. Wow, this person is horrendous. People would love to laugh at this. And we're not laughing with you, we're laughing at you. What's the best thing we can do? Let's invest in it.
I
Put it on a
highly
bigger
doubt that's
platform.
the situation with her.
What, you actually think the people invested in her believe in her?
I think so.
You sure you said artistic?
That's exactly what I said.
I'm just fucking around. But
I think they're actually behind her, dude.
I don't.
I
I
think they
have a
believe
hard
her.
time believing that. I don't know. I mean, what? Sure. Is that how low we've standard? Like
That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't think so.
No, it's.
No.
It's
I think
low.
anybody that has that much money
I
knows
think
exactly
what
what
Stocks is trying to say is that the curation rather of her art and the person that she is has been done so well that it needs to be studied.
No, I didn't say that.
It hasn't-
exactly.
it hasn't-
I
that
said
hasn't
what
been
I
done
said.
well
No,
at all.
I said what I said. That's not what I said. I said exactly what I said. If y'all don't know what I said,
What he said
rewind
was
this
correct.
so y'all can go hear what I said.
What he said, I agree with. What you said just there, I do not agree with. That curation was not done great at all. So what?
Well, did you hear
have
her
somebody who
last? Did you hear her
sucks?
last single? She's talking about social.
No, I stopped listening after the first time. Because
Listen-
why would you
listen-
ever go back?
Listen to her new single.
Is it actually good?
And she if it wasn't her rapping, it'd be all right.
What the fuck does that mean?
If it wasn't her rapping,
That's like the most like blah. Like
if it wasn't her rapping, I feel like somebody wrote the lyrics.
I get it. I get it.
Somebody
I get
chat-
it. Homie's not
it's-
here today, so like you're not. It's not like, you know. But nah, like I need you to lean into who you are. Tell me what the fuck that means. We're not halfwaying it.
She sounds crazy. Her rap, she can't flow. She sucks at rapping.
And the lyrics,
The lyrics are good.
okay.
The lyrics are good.
So she should ghostwrite.
Or I think somebody's ghostwriting for her already.
Oh my lord.
That's what I think.
Bruh, you know what I mean? It's a case study of just idiocracy. Anybody seen that movie, they know what I'm talking about. And that's it. That's where we're at today, man. Elon Musk is a fucking astronaut / fucking head of treasury of the United States without election. Like, what are we talking about?
Have you guys watched the Baddies in the Six yet?
Fuck no.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, why not?
I just haven't.
I wasn't privy. I wasn't
You
privy.
need to, it's 6 episodes. I think there's 7 episodes out.
I seen
Shout out to them though, because they took a business idea and made something,
Yeah.
and we're here talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Word.
You
Is it
feel
dope?
me?
Is it fire?
So basically, it's picture like for the love of
Like love and hip hop?
no, for the love of Flavor Flav or whatever.
Okay, yeah. Flavor
But
of Love.
but instead of Flavor Flav, it's DJ Snoopy.
Shout out Snoopy. When I first moved to
Okay.
Toronto, he was one of the first motherfuckers that spent my shit in the club.
Oh, for real?
Shout out Snoopy. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Snoopy's
put me on one of his. He put me on one of his tapes when he was coming up.
Dope.
So, yo, nothing. You know, shout out this DJ Snoopy, love and respect, homie.
That's dope. I mean,
They're very smart with how they do their thing.
Would you not sign up for that gig though? I mean,
so initially,
it's just a bunch of girls that live in a house flocking over, dude.
He reached out to me 2 years ago to produce it for him. I looked at the numbers, didn't make sense for me.
So you're personally invested in this.
No, it's not a diss thing. It's not a diss thing.
No, but it comes with some.
No, it was just like
self-reflection shit.
Self-reflection shit.
Yeah.
But looking back, if you get, it only makes sense because you guys gotta watch it. The audio was terrible. But you know, whatever. He knows it. He says it in a couple.
I actually seen him make a post about it. I've seen all the social media buzz about it and shit. I don't even got time to watch interviews with people I want to watch interviews by, let alone some, you know.
Truthfully, I don't watch too much TV. I
don't watch no TV.
I don't be into nothing. I don't really be on that type of time.
Are you making music right now?
What kind of question is that? Is it pig's pussy? Is it pig's pussy pork? Is it snowing right now? Is it, you know what I'm saying?
So you are making music right now?
I got a gang of shit in the tuck right now.
What's going on this year?
Shit, I just have to find out.
For real?
Yeah, I can't really talk. I'm gonna be honest. I'm at the point right now where I don't know. I don't want to talk about nothing. At this point, I'm just, you feel me?
Gonna make it happen?
Yeah, it ain't nothing.
Like just in a place where you finally like it's just like full wheels motion, go. You're just like there's no you know when you hit that stride? Yeah.
To be honest, I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
Yo, in my head, I'm already thinking about 2027.
That's what I mean. So it seems like you're in a stride, and it's just like at least like how I work. A lot of times the shit that comes out, it's like even that last video I dropped, we filmed that 2 years ago. You know what I mean? It's like we just like I be working years ahead of where I'm even.
How does that fucking work as a creator? Like you sitting on shit for 2 years, like doesn't it itch?
No.
So you shot that video 2 years ago?
So you want a good example? On My Grind, the joint you just said you put in that.
Yeah.
So what I dropped that 2020, 2021. I recorded that in 2014. I was one of the first songs I recorded when I moved to Toronto.
And then you re-recorded it?
No. Same recording. I put it out 7-8 years ago.
You don't think your voice changes in like 6 years or 8 years?
Maybe it does, but what's the audience to a rapper, especially at that time that maybe had 1,000 followers on Instagram most?
The only thing is...
The fuck's it matter to them? They don't know.
The only thing that might date it is what you talking about on the record. That's the only thing that's going to date it. But other than that...
That's why I try not to talk about like the odd time. Like I wrote a song that was about like what it was like when COVID first hit or something. Like there's the odd few songs you make that's a timepiece. But aside from songs that are just bars where it's just punchlines and shit, you know what I mean? I don't really rap. I rap about the feeling of the human experience, not so much the surrounding of it. You know what I mean? The matrix of it. I think like timeless music. It's like you said. It's like timeless music as long as. It's not dead as long as your song is not like Donald Trump is president. Like you better put that out, or else that But Tom McDonald wouldn't do good in this type of capacity.
Yeah, speaking of Tom McDonald, he is like probably the worst artist on not the worst artist on earth.
No, the thing is, he's not even like that bad. He's just.
You know what Tom McDonald is?
Horrendously cringeworthy because how are you going to make black music and do everything anti-black?
That's brazy.
Yeah, so he doesn't say he's anti-black.
No, of course he doesn't. Does anybody fucking say they're anti-black?
Yeah.
You're right. Fuck, come on.
You're right. He's basically like a right-wing hip-hop artist that basically the right-wing love.
Trump
rapped. Picture Donald Trump rapping, a young Donald Trump rapping.
How the fuck that?
Exactly. How's that work? It doesn't. The thing is, and this is the crazy thing is like, he doesn't even get validated by hip-hop culture. Like they just turn their head away from him. He'll never get that validation, no matter how hard he tries.
And he's Canadian too.
Yeah, I know. Which is man, we don't even gotta go down that wormhole. By the way, what's the date? Let me check my shit. But I got my song Tom McDonald dropping, and
you actually dropping a song?
Yeah, I got a song dropping actually by that song, that name title.
That's perfect timing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you brought it up. I'm gonna take the promo opportunity. But meanwhile, while I'm looking this up, it's just, bro, this shit is just so corny, bro. And the thing is this, dog, if you're making hip hop music, like black artists are my heroes. I can't imagine
phone's off.
doing something that's an absolute mockery to every like the thing I don't understand, because like I said, he's not even bad. Like as a rapper, a producer, he's not like bad.
Yeah, he has a theory of hip-hop.
I cannot fuck with you because your morality as a human being is just, it's not even questionable.
I think he's a grifter. I don't think he believes in half the stuff he says.
I agree because I don't think you can. I don't think you. Although I could be wrong, but I don't think you can appreciate black art that much and be that fucking retarded towards the sensitivity of what that means. And if you are, then I mean, you don't. Then I guess you just don't belong. But
Let me try to simplify what you're saying. Shit is a culture. If the culture can't resonate with you in any shape, way, or form, we ain't trying to hear that shit.
Exactly.
Bottom line.
Exactly.
Bottom line.
And that's the thing. So dude does huge numbers, but it's all by
Massive
like right-wing white people who don't listen to rap.
man.
I don't listen to rap, but I like Tom McDonald.
Yeah,
That's his
yeah.
whole listener base.
You
know
heard
what I mean?
you heard that line before. I don't like hip hop. I like Eminem.
Yeah. Except
But see,
Eminem,
but
did
Eminem-
what he had to for the culture.
But the
He
thing is,
represents culture.
Eminem is part of the culture as much
Yeah.
as motherfuckers want to not admit it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Facts.
When you think about hip hop culture, that shit is based out of street urban culture.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I hate having this conversation. I really do.
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
Allow me to do all the white hate for you guys.
No,
don't
you don't
worry.
need to. You
Don't
No,
worry.
you don't even need to, because my thing is, it's not even that. How could I put it?
All right.
It's not that I hate. It's not
No,
that I hate.
no, I just hate to
I
suffer.
know, but it's
Yeah.
just more so just people gotta understand. People gotta understand their place when it comes down to culture. This should be deeper than rap.
Yeah.
This is the shit that. How could I put it? The shit that motherfuckers be talking about be shit that people really be going through. This is no joke. This is not I woke up and now I'm rapping. No, like the people who take this shit seriously, it's like a fucking livelihood. You dig what I'm saying? So
It's your fucking diary,
it's,
man.
it's like so it's like when certain shit don't make sense. It's like we know we don't fuck with you. We know you don't come from what the fuck this is. We don't. That's why we. You know what I'm saying, it's like whatever, man. Get
that's
the fuck
homie
out
right
of here.
there.
You know what I'm saying.
I mean, I axed his eyes out, but that's his outfit. That gives you a bit of an idea. What
He's like the white 6ix9ine.
Hey, you like that artwork though? That's my first time doing artwork for myself. And that's an actual inbox message from him I used as the background.
Oh, it's sick.
Yeah.
So,
Tom
you guys
McDonald
talk?
dropping March 14th.
You guys talk?
No, he used to spam me his music links before he blew up.
Oh shit,
Yeah. And I ignored every single one of them.
that's hilarious.
But you know what? Like, man, it's like even like Snack said earlier, right? Like, I typically stand on the side of like, if it's generating, then I have to give my hats off and respect it. I can't do that with Tom McDonald because it's so. Like, hip hop already is counterculture. For you to be the counterculture of the counterculture just means you're a white supremacist. And I'll just leave it at that.
Have you heard the new Drake's album?
I love Die Trying. I never heard Drake on an acoustic guitar before, but that shit is slapping so god fucking damn hard. I listened to that the whole train ride here.
Yeah, do you think Drake's over?
No, I think Drake will never, ever, ever have relevance in conversations within hip hop the way that he has previous to this stain. But I think he will always do great as a pop artist. I think there's nothing that can tear down. Bruh, how many people that, like, when you do that kind of streaming numbers, how many of those people even like hip hop?
But how
it's
long-
Like,
but
I don't
for
listen
how
to
long-
hip hop. I listen to Drake.
But for how long the audience is going to listen to him? How long are the audience going to go to the tours for him?
As long as he lives. He gave people for 15 plus years. You know that sweet feeling and nostalgia. You know in Will Smith's Summertime when it's like, you know, how the smell of the grill can bring that nostalgia, right?
Yeah,
Like those little odors in the air, or those sounds, those songs. They bring back those vivid memories. Drake gave people that for 15 plus years. You think there's not people that in 50 years are gonna go pay top dollar to go see him tour? Get the fuck out of here.
No, 50 years for sure. But I'm
Drake is a legacy artist already.
I'm talking about for the next 10 years. I think.
No, he's gonna have a rough period. Everybody had a rough period. Johnny Cash was like damn near ready to drive his car into a ditch when Rick Rubin repolished him off for his third comeback in his career. Elvis, I mean, like dog, like look at, and I don't know anything about Elvis but his story. I've never heard a song. You know, I'm more interested actually in like music history sometimes than
For
music
sure.
itself. But yeah, man.
You don't think What's His Face is over?
Drake will never be over.
What was you?
As far as
Like another 5 a.m. in Toronto.
The thing is, his global audience doesn't want to hear that. the people he was catering to making those records don't want to hear Drake no more.
Yeah.
So yeah, for that part of Drake, it's kind of over. Yeah, I mean, you're still here. Like, not everybody turned their back on Ja Rule. I was bumping Clapback.
Yep.
I bought Blood in My Eye.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I just love rap music. So it's not over. I'm the first day, I heard that Drake and Party joint, that the Die Trying, and I was elated last night when I went over to Shorty's house. And I'm like, ding, ding, and I was like, yeah. I didn't think I'd be able to bop to a Drake record for a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was
Here
hyped.
you are.
But I also was like, I felt something in my soul when I watched that Super Bowl performance. Like, I was like, I'm witnessing history. This is a beautiful moment. My daughter witnessed that with me. You can appreciate both sides of it, but it's not over for Drake, but it's over for Drake. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants the hip hop community to respect him again.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah. Please do.
Rap wise. You feel me? Like, and don't get it. I'm not.
So you agree it's over for him?
Kind of.
It's in a sense, it's kind of because you know what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It wasn't. It was. How could I put it?
And this is shot in Toronto, guys. By the way, so this isn't an American podcast. We're Canadians.
Yes.
So
None of that Toronto bias these other motherfuckers be doing.
That's crazy.
I'm just letting y'all niggas know I'm a dually. You understand? So I'm giving perspective from both sides. So my thing is, the reason why it fucked him up is because it wasn't even, some of the records, it's like you wasn't aware of what the fuck was going on when shit was happening. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, your whole awareness you was oblivious to the whole fucking shit. And because you were oblivious, you made the wrong moves. Now, every single move that you made after, it was like a domino effect. You did this, it fucked this up. You did this, it fucked this up. You did this, it fucked this up.
Yep.
And then it also pin pack to the fact that, bro, if you were from the culture, like for real, a lot of the shit that you did, you wouldn't have done. So my thing is, homie thought he was bigger than the program. He thought he was bigger than the culture because, you don't get it twisted. Like, Drake is who he is. You dig what I'm saying? But when it comes down to the culture of hip hop, just like I was talking about,
you can't buy that.
Nobody's bigger than the program.
You
Can't buy into that shit.
Yeah, I know.
And all those moves you made clearly show who the fuck you was. And that shit just hurt him even more. And even now.
What moves you talking about?
You know what's funny? I wrote an essay when Kendrick beef first happened, like a week or two after the records. I was considering starting to do like video essays, right? Like, like FD signifier type stuff.
The dude from Halifax.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know what? Everyone hates on What's the Dirt, but that's my guy. Salute to What's the Dirt. He's actually supposed to be hosting my next album. So.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So I mean, I shouldn't say that publicly.
It's okay.
But I actually started writing an essay, and it's funny because exactly what Snack said is basically what the whole essay was. And I said the reason why Drake lost the beef is because he forgot what his cultural cachet was. He had got so big and just got so many passes by being an international superstar and not having to abide by rules of the culture that he literally forgot his cultural cachet and underestimated how valuable Kendrick's was. And that's why he lost. And it's exactly what he said.
And then now let me break it down. Family Matters. You rapping like you trying to get the slaves free. Nigga, what? What the fuck? Are you dead ass?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dog, I'm white and I can see how bad that...
Hold on.
That was tone deaf. That was tone deaf.
Hold on. The tailor-made shit when he did the AI shit. Bro. Okay, I see what you're doing. Because you're clearly tone deaf to what the fuck is going on in the culture. And then not to mention, we got to pull the famous old... Let me talk about your wife. Let me talk about your family. And then
go so deep is that your child is not really yours.
Right. Bruh. Okay. So look. Right. So now
it's just ugly.
So now we have those things, right? Then not to mention the lawsuit. I don't think
the lawsuit is crazy.
Now listen, I don't think the lawsuit is a bad thing. I just think the time when you decided to do the lawsuit, it fucked you up, bro. Because you look wild now. Like,
look desperate.
You look very fucking desperate. And my thing is, here's the biggest thing. If you know you are going into renegotiations with the label regarding your contract, why the fuck would you get into a battle?
Should have never engaged.
And I'm gonna tell you, anybody that's listen, and this is how you know when motherfuckers grow up in a certain type of environment if they don't, right? If I know my block is making all of this money, and I know these niggas over here want to egg me on because they see, you get what I'm saying, and they want to fuck my shit up, I'm not even gonna pay attention to y'all niggas right now. Let me make sure I take care of the bag first. Then once I take care of this bag, then I'm gonna get back to you bitch ass niggas. But then again, you didn't grow up within the culture, so these are how to move and how to maneuver.
Or it's calculated from the top.
No, yeah. Well, I think it's very clear. After the Grammys,
I feel like prior to this whole Not Like Us situation.
After the Grammys, it was clear this is an industry shakedown.
There's definitely an industry shakedown.
There's definitely some shit going on.
And I'll tell you why they're shaking him
I ain't
down.
gonna hold you.
I'll tell you why. There's a couple things, but we'll stick to one of the stories. The reason why they're shaking him down is not only just because he's super powerful. If a year ago, if Drake decided to,
if they want to take you out of position musically, they just put a child stain on your jacket.
That's right. But hold on,
Michael Jackson, Drake,
exactly.
Whatever, you know
so
what I mean?
exactly. So Drake is so powerful. About a year ago, he could have dropped an album on a website and destroyed the whole industry.
Yep.
Destroy the whole.
That's what the thing with Party is right now. It's a temperature check. The whole thing with Party right now is a temp check.
That too, but also the industry and the powers that be knew that he held so much power that they're like, okay, our pet project Drake is becoming too powerful. We're gonna have to clip his
disengage.
wings.
Let me play devil's advocate. What if he was just treating a lot of people like shit on the background that we don't know about?
He was like they all. It made him an easy. They all do.
It made him an easy.
So my thing is this, right? And here's my thing.
You treat people well.
I don't disagree that there is some shit going on in the background.
But if you're a good person,
but at the end of the day, who you are as a person kind of plays into that shit.
Facts.
And I will be honest with you, when it comes down to something that I've always seen, like for 3 dope things he does something that's equally fucking corny.
Or 5 things equally as fucking corny.
You feel me? But that one thing he does, he does is like 5 things that's corny as fuck.
Just trying to fuck like your boy, like somebody's you have a gripes with X. Like unless that's like your op.
Mm-hmm.
Like even just putting the energy into that is corny.
Yeah, no. I like anybody who talks shit about you in the comments, you liking their wife's photo is crazy.
Like,
he does that. He does that.
That's like a regular thing. That's like regular practice for him. Is like, and then it goes as far as like we don't even got beef. Like you're like my colleague. You're my like, and I'm still fucking your wife just to like bro. That's
a sickness.
He has an inferiority complex within himself that he has not addressed yet, and he needs to figure out. I suggest high concentrations of therapy, being removed from the public spotlight for a couple years. Yeah, and maybe we can get a version of him.
I want to see him. I want to see him come back as an actor.
Human being.
I want to see him come back as an actor.
I think he's done enough acting.
No, I can see him.
He's been doing it for the last 20 years.
I think this is the greatest. This is the greatest role we are seeing right now.
Yeah, because it's
some real shit.
I know.
For once, he's humbled, bro. And this is the thing. I think I live by is I say any man who tends to let their ego get out of check should get their ass whooped every 10 years. And because I can tend to let my ego get out of check, I believe truly I should have my ass whooped every 10 years. And we're getting close to the clock too. So after this,
so
if you guys want to,
no.
Anyway, but
I'm talking about like, or even having somebody like humble you, like in some way. You know what I mean?
Well, humbling experiences matter to build character of a good man, right? So when you dodge and maneuver and weave through things without being checked for it for as long as somebody like he has, and instead of actually being checked for it, you have everybody fold and bend the rules to mold and dictate like why what you did is justifiable. Well, you better believe when it's time for the king's head to get chopped off, everybody is going to be watching with their fucking. They're gonna be
heavy as the head that with a crown. You heard?
They're so happy to see you fall, dog, and that's what you're seeing.
It's just and I don't. How could I put this? At some point in time, you gotta accept the role that you played in this shit.
Facts and no accountability. That's the crazy shit about Drake. So
like, you got none. you can't say all of this shit is just conspiring. Like, nah, that's not how this work, my nigga.
You didn't have to engage.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I think it's conspiracy. I think it's all a conspiracy.
But also at the same time, I do believe there's some other shit that happened on the other side that caused them to do what they wanted to do. So I think
the only reason
perfect storm. Perfect storm.
But I think the only reason.
But they knew that Drake was too sensitive that he would have to engage.
Yeah, because it's all orchestrated. They know his character. They know his character. I think the reason, again, my theory, and I'm going to stand behind it, is because he became too powerful.
Yeah, but Snackz is completely right though, because
Nicki Minaj,
if you carry yourself as a respectable man through those.
A lot of that shit wasn't a fake.
A lot of these people would not turn their back on him, bro.
They did it on purpose because they know how much of a bitch he is.
Yeah, but you see them blog posts and shit where it's like, imagine this guy gives you X amount of hits and you turn your back. Like, it's like, yeah, okay, but except you're negating the fact that you're washing his hands once again clean of any responsibility. People don't just like turn their back on people who have been super solid to them. A lot of people don't, especially not people who didn't grow up with shit. Usually if somebody's solid to you and it's not an ulterior motive thing, it's like you've been solid. You've always looked out. There's a loyalty there that you can't really, you can't put a price tag on. You know what I mean? So the fact that these many people willingly were happy to come. What did Kanye say in that interview a year ago? When they said it was the takedown of Drake, everybody was excited with their, or whatever, however you word it. But like, it's like the industry been mad. Like they've been like, yo, but they can't go
because
they can't go against the system. But so when the system finally engages and says, we want him down, everyone's like, bet.
But hold on. Let's take it a step further. Let's take the industry out of it. What about this shit that's been going on in the city?
What has been going on in the city?
You know what's been going on in the city. And I don't want to talk about it either. I don't want to talk about it. If you know what the fuck has been going on.
Well, being blackballed by the OVO guys and all that shit, like whatever.
No.
I'm right.
No. It's not fair.
So
a gang of shit. If you know, you know.
I was looking back at hip hop in the last 10 years ago, from like 2012 to like 2016, 17.
Good diversion off that.
So I was looking back 10 years ago. All these guys owe Drake money, more money than they can even imagine.
That's not necessarily true.
What was the last time you bumped a French Montana track?
The other day I was
I fuck with French Montana pretty heavy.
From before his before.
Figure it. I can't.
Like that was his come up music. That's how. That's
like 10 years out.
Mac too.
Mac and cheese too.
Oh, mac and cheese is yeah. Mac and cheese
that was back in the day.
And then Coke Boys 3, Coke Boys 4.
Oh man,
they got Amnesia was kind of hard too. I ain't gonna hold you.
Montana's hard.
I fuck with Montana.
When was the last time you played a Rick Ross track?
I've never liked Rick Ross.
I listened to I was listening to motherfucking what's that record? Turnpike Ike like 2 days ago.
I like the one joint with
Kanye. New track?
It's on Port of Miami too.
Oh, okay. Port of Miami 2 came out during the Drake cosign time. So it was like part of the
how are we gonna call that a Drake cosign? That's Rick Ross co-signing Drake.
I'm telling you, Drake is like basically like their fathers.
No.
He was their
Rick Ross is a bad example.
No,
Rick Ross is a bad example because he had to use Rick Ross for credibility.
No, yes, he did.
Yeah.
And then
Block Boy JB, who he went and scooped his fucking producer and boy never made another fucking record again. Use him as an example.
True.
You can't say
Rick Ross don't work.
When Hustling came out, Hustling hit the streets like crack in the 80s. Yeah, we not doing
Ross had his
and then Ross had hits after hits after hits after hits. We not about to do that, bro.
No.
If anything,
Stay Scheming made Ross.
So that was 2012.
That's what I mean.
No, Hustling is like 05.
No.
We're
talking. That's how we came out. But from 05 to 012, that was Rick Ross's run.
And he still had a run after that.
He had a run through Drake. And every song that he was, him and 2 Chainz, another guy. 2 Chainz, another guy.
Okay, but guess what?
When was the last time you played a 2 Chainz track?
Where is 2 Chainz?
Him and 2 Chainz.
Where is 2
Chainz and Larry June and Alchemist just dropped one of the hardest fucking projects right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's called Life is Beautiful. That shit is fire.
Why are you saying because 2
Chainz niggas down?
Hold up. Because I think this is a misconception that happens a lot in hip hop and artistically too.
Sure.
Is it because 2 Chainz now has gone less from the polished studio vibe, and he's gone to a vibe where he's doing an album with somebody like Alchemist that you just assume that this guy's down bad, or something?
I didn't know. I wouldn't talk like
See,
this.
that's the creative
I
route.
wouldn't talk like this if had I known he made an album with Larry June and
Okay.
others.
Well, so it's independent, so you didn't even catch it.
I didn't even catch it. He's independent now because the labels are not
Be in
looking at him.
tune.
Because the labels are not looking at him because why? Because
Doesn't matter.
He doesn't have a Drake
Doesn't
song.
want the label.
He doesn't have a Drake song
Doesn't
anymore.
want
And this is the
label.
thing that motherfuckers gotta understand too. Will be niggas that's
Drake
not.
literally
Let me
is their
finish.
father.
No. Stop.
And I
I'm
bet you
no,
univer-
hold on. Let me hold on, real quick,
cook.
real quick. What motherfuckers gotta understand is when Drake was doing those collabs benefited him as much as the other person benefited from
Exactly.
those collabs.
He
I'm gonna
needed
give
it.
you a perfect example.
I think it's for them. That's why it's called. That's why it's called a Drake stimulus package.
No, let me break it down for you. Drake and 21 Savage, Her Loss, right? It was a good collab project. I actually like that shit. You feel me? But Drake needed that street cred.
Yep.
As much as
21 needed that mainstream cred.
no, but 21 had a diamond record before Drake even hopped on anything.
Sure.
These are things you gotta understand, bro. It's not always about the Drake stimulus patches because that nigga benefits from them just as much as them benefit from him. He don't do things if there's not an equal benefit. Like we not about to do this, bro.
Talk about McConan,
it was
bro.
the reason why he collabed with Ross because Ross had the streets in Miami.
Yep.
It was the reason why he collabed with the Migos. It was the reason why he collabed with Future. Anything that he does with any of these guys, he gets the look of the culture out of it.
Let's talk about
something. Let's talk about how the third verse
the albums. Let's talk about
of Not Like Us is so accurate, though.
Go ahead.
Actually, though,
What's that?
that third verse on Not Like Us.
Refreshing our memory.
I don't know. The blackest verse of the year.
I really.
No,
why
thank
not?
you.
Well,
I'll refrain.
I honestly haven't. To be honest, I'm
He
not
starts
a big.
it referencing the
Kendrick
slave
fan.
bar that Drake made, and then goes on to talk about how Drake went in and colonized
Oh, yeah,
Atlanta
yeah,
and
yeah.
used every single artist and names them by name down a list and saying you used him when you needed this when you needed this when you needed this and this basically says you're not a colleague, you're a fucking colonizer. And it might be one of the most disgusting.
Why? Because he's light skinned from Canada.
Dissections
No,
I've ever
because-
seen.
What
of
is
an artist.
what is Not Like Us mean?
The people who say that Takeover is the better record because Jay-Z was spitting facts. First off, revisionist history is a motherfucker. Because let's go back and talk about what Nas just made gay jokes. Like, oh no, who was rocking jazz chains? Who like come on, dog. Nas just spit as much historical shit on there that Jay said. If anything, Nas hit even deeper nerve on historical shit than Jay hit. But revisionist history is cool. Whatever, let that be, right? But no.
So you're saying Nas won that battle?
Easily.
Nah, Nas definitely won that. Hov even admitted it.
Bro, the street said it at the time and people still say it now. Anyone, just because Jay's more successful now is revisionist history. Cool.
You're
Whatever.
right. Fuck Jay-Z was. Ether was fucking amazing.
Bro, I don't even care. The gay jokes were even fire. Like, bro, you got whiskers like a rat compared to beans, you whack, and your man stay out. Your man stabbed on and made you take the blame. Like, dog, you're gonna tell me? Did he just tell me he didn't spit facts? Wearing jazz chain, no cause, no pies and cakes, just Hawaiian shirts, hanging with like, come on, dog. The fuck? What did Jay-Z say? Searchlight Publishing, and then MC Search comes out. He's like, yeah, I didn't even take a cut from the record. Like, dog, who was spitting facts? The fuck out of here with that. But yeah, revisionist history is a motherfucker, and yeah, I don't know that like
I love it.
that dissection on that third verse of Kendrick to Drake. I think like in 20 years. When people go back and dissect that, it's gonna be like shit. Because hindsight is always 20/20. That's the beautiful thing about life, right?
That's crazy.
That verse might not even slap so hard right now, but go back in 20 years when you see the full scope and you be like, shit.
Yeah. At this point, he just missed.
So what does Not Like Us mean?
I mean,
You're not like
you're
us.
not like
you're
us.
not. You're not from the culture. You're not. You don't.
So Drake is not from the culture.
Drake is not. How could I put this? Drake is. How could I put this? I explained what the culture was earlier in the episode, right? Do you think Drake represents that in totality?
Yes.
Okay.
He
I
made
didn't
you.
hear your
He
definition.
made you dance.
I didn't hear your
He
definition.
made you sing.
What was the definition of culture?
Of like hip hop being like the start of hip hop being from like street urban culture.
It's
like,
streets, urban.
You feel me? Like when we first started, I can't even say we, but like when hip hop was first started, it was breakdowns of oppression.
I say,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I say inner city disenfranchisement is the culture of hip hop. Now everybody wants to argue semantics about like race and all this stuff, but I mean, if you do that, then you disinclude people from conversations. Yeah. Look at Lord Jamar versus Puerto Ricans, all this stuff, and all that to me is nonsensical. Is division.
And don't forget the young black teenagers.
All right, but that's Chuck D's group.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
You posted that.
Yeah,
we posted that.
Do you know that man? The young black teenagers.
Yeah, Chuck D put them out.
No, I didn't know.
So it's a rap band. Yeah, it's a rap group.
New York,
full of white kids.
Okay.
But the real New Yorkers, though,
and they're called. And the band was called the Young Black Teenagers.
They grew up with and they grew up in the culture.
Yeah, they sound like they're from like. Well, I mean, I don't know. They probably are from.
They sound
Brooklyn.
like they're like Brooklyn.
Yeah, they're from Brooklyn.
Yeah, but if you really think about it, they come.
They probably are from Brooklyn too.
They come from the essence of what the
exactly
the culture. You
right?
get what I'm saying?
And that's why. That's exactly So when you use race as a division line.
It was never a race thing. It was never East Coast versus West Coast thing because Drake is from Toronto. He's not from the. It's not really like you get what I'm saying.
Disenfranchisement that he misses.
It's just more so. Because here's the thing, if we want to talk about culture, a lot of people didn't even consider Drake to really stand for what the culture of Toronto like. The you get what I'm saying? And I'm just
That's another conversation.
Yeah,
too.
That's a hindsight is 2020 conversation we can have.
What I'm saying is it ties in. That's why I brought it up because it ties in.
Yep.
It all ties in. So it never was nothing of Canada versus the West. It was never that.
You know what's wild too?
You want to know? I'm not even gonna cut you off because you want to know what's even wilder when that record dropped and I was downtown. I seen groups of motherfucking people dancing to Not Like Us.
Yeah,
going the fuck off.
Yeah, the day it dropped.
That shit dropped.
That night,
motherfuckers in Toronto was going off. So, I mean. The shit be speaking for us. Yo, real nigga shit.
So Drake is tone deaf.
Shit be speaking for itself. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, why the fuck is we sitting here talking about this nigga so much? That's my thing.
Yeah, fuck it, man.
It's okay.
Like, my thing is, and I've said this already, if you got two fucking eyes, you see what the fuck is going on.
So okay, hold on.
Since Drake put out the first shit, like, dog, like, anybody I ever conversed hip-hop with, anything, like, it was, like, nobody, like, it's weird. It's been this weird rise that you've seen because, like, us who've seen it from grassroots, it was like, yeah, he had a buzz and shit, but it was like nobody who really, like, fucked with hip-hop fucked with them.
I remember when I first heard a single, brand new on Flow 93, Flow 90, whatever.
People were like, "Yo, this guy's got talent," but like he just there's and then you realize he's Degrassi dude and stuff. You're like, okay, this makes sense.
What really blew him up was, hey, we heard that he has a Lil Wayne cosign, and Lil Wayne was G.O.D. at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And he still is, but he was like,
see, he was able to. The thing that I always find weird is how, and I'm not gonna name people, but we got like certain like OGs and I don't want to call them pioneers. That's a little too dinosaur, but we got certain dudes who are OGs in our scene here who were active during the time of Drake's rise, who publicly did not like him because he did not represent the culture or was not one with hip hop. And as he's grown more successful, they've backdoored and become the biggest dick riders of Drake. And
you gotta name names.
No, it's fine. Anybody who knows the history can do the history. That's fine. Study your shit. But like,
I don't even know. But I didn't. It's
just crazy to see. It's crazy to see what success can cause people in their integrity and their morality change. Because from day one, more people that I talk to on a day-to-day basis were not fucking with Drake. And as time's gone on, he's become more successful on the other side of the border. Mm-hmm. You see people compromise that integrity. I mean, I listen to Drake. I just told you on my way here. Like, I like his music.
Yeah.
But I don't hold him to a certain regard. Like, to me, he's this thing, and that's cool. But he's not a part of a conversation anywhere else.
Let's move on from Drake. I have another thing I want to talk about real quick before we end this tonight. P. Diddy and the backdoor rooms where deals are made. Do you think that's an actual thing for rappers?
With the back,
Yikes! I don't know. I ain't never been in them rooms, and I don't plan on going in them rooms, so I can't even answer that question for you, Chimp.
Yeah, I think the only people who ever speak about these rooms are people that would have a reason to want to speak about something that could revive their career. So it's kind of a hard conversation to have because.
Do you think it's an actual thing?
All right, you know what? I'm gonna tell you one story I heard.
Do you think?
Once upon a time.
You think you get butt fucked?
Somebody who had no real reason to benefit off of this story. I heard this like 6 or 7 years ago, but like an assistant that worked for Diddy once years ago walked in one time to his room. She said, and I can't remember the dude's name. He was like a little up and coming like R&B artist at the time, but never got his shot. But like Diddy had signed him for a quick minute. Was like blowing Diddy off or some shit. And she like walked out and was like, what the fuck? So later she confronted him or some shit. And he was like, you make a man suck your dick, you make anybody do anything. Anyways, that's pretty much the moral of the story.
It's power. It's power.
I don't know if it's a backdoor room, but yeah, I definitely think that Diddy like made dudes do gay shit because it's a power thing. That's about it. Like, as far as everything else goes, I mean, you know, speculation is speculation. We'll see what comes out in files and stuff. I'm not saying I think Diddy's innocent. I don't. But I think it's also weird how, like, he's wearing the jacket of a pedophile when he just had sex parties with consenting adults for the most part. And he was a really shitty husband or boyfriend or whatever. Like, you know, like abusing women is not cool. But like from the actual facts on the table, I don't see anything that suggests he was a pedophile. I don't see anything that suggests he was like even raping people. I don't like.
He was just a freak.
Yeah, a serious freak and like a really shitty partner. Like, you know, if you're his girlfriend, you better be ready to take a bunch of dirty prostitute dicks. Damn. Because that's what he's into. But if you consult, you can consent. You consent.
Real quick before we head out, what's good with you?
What's good with me? I mean, first off, let me shout out my daughter, Ashton. I love you, baby. Shout out my new son, Yassine Drake. Life will be okay, my friend. Yeah, man, everything is good. Everything's gravy. Bohemian Bucket is out now. You can check that out, all streaming platforms. We just dropped Found Myself, very deep interpersonal record, self-reflection, something Drake's never done. He should listen to that record, actually. And then maybe he would understand what the concept of a mirror. But yeah, Found Myself is out now. It's kind of you know, a flip on Eminem's Lose Yourself. I recreated the beat, but without sampling Eminem's song. So all I did is I found people who had covered it, like on different instruments online. I found about 15 different instrumentalists who had covered Lose Yourself, everything from like a mandolin to like fucking violin to fucking electric guitar, bass guitar, drummers, violinists, you know, everything. And recreated the beat from scratch without touching Eminem's beat. Yeah, my idea was to write a song about self-reflection, right? You know, as you grow older, like you're able to really kind of correlate your past to why you like things that you don't like about yourself as a grown man. That's what the whole song is. It's a self-reflection. It's kind of like taking the step-by-step process throughout my life and understanding, connecting those dots to the end of the song where you find yourself, right? But what better canvas to use than Lose Yourself? For sure. Right? It's a complete opposite. Lose Yourself, Found Myself. And the fact that, you know, we're in a generation now where rules don't apply and everybody just recreates everything that was hot back in the day. I was like, well, I better do it first or someone else will.
100%.
And as a kid, my age, who's white, the age I am, that song was big to me when I was that age, right? 100%. So I was like, you know what? If I don't fucking flip it and do some shit with it first, then somebody else will. At least now I know I did it.
Snacks was good.
I'm just about to turn the water hose on.
Yeah.
You feel me?
It's gonna be a hot summer.
City.
Yeah, flood the world. You know what I'm saying?
Go.
I just I think it's about time, man. Anybody that knows me knows that like I'm not usually like this quiet, but I've been very fucking quiet. I've been staying away from
that. Just means the storm's coming, dog.
And I just been going stupid. So I got a whole bunch of shit in the tuck. You feel me? Man, yeah. I'm just gonna turn the faucet on and just let the water flood and you know.
Let's make it happen.
I like the casualness. I was just turning the faucet on, but what he really means is watch the fuck out. The streets is flooding and y'all about to die if you underestimate it.
Yo, this is Black Mob. This is episode 666 or 668.
Oh,
out.
I couldn't hit the devil number.
No. We're 666.
6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. You understand that?
We're out.
Melanin.
Let's go.
Yeesh.
Like, music is, there's a couple of emotions. Yeah, food creates emotion because when you're hungry, you want the food that you want. Friends create an emotion because when you go and you hang out with your friends and you go and have a good time with your friends. And especially if they're your old friends, so they have history on you for time. But music, why do you think all these older people sit there and still listen to 70s classic rock? Because they remember where they were on that moment when that song was playing. And they remember, because I remember the first time I ever heard Who Shot Ya from Biggie Smalls.
I love that track.
Yeah, is that audio fucking good on that? We'll fucking wing it. We're gonna wing it.